I can say the same for these players. They have been, I'm gonna say the tank is a little empty and they're definitely running on more than fumes by now.
Yeah, if nobody got me, I know my air conditioning got me. God, I can't fathom that. I'm good, man. But here we go, folks. Grand finals coming up to here at Fusion 261. Synnister coming from the loser side, Jakal coming from the winner side. Let's see who's gonna come out on top here.
For sure, it's definitely going to be Synnister, able to take some quick damage here with the down tilt into the Tatsu here, opting to continue putting in damage on Jakal's shield. Jakal coming in with the fair here, opting for the up smash, coming out swinging here. Synnister jumping back in and then able to put some more damage on Jakal as he's continuing to send him off stage, utilizing the Wolf Flash to recover and jumping high, but still gonna find the top part of that Shoryu. Not gonna lose the stock just yet. However, Jakal is certainly on the back foot, and that second Shoryu not gonna do it just yet either. But that is not going to be the stock just yet. Jakal just trying to come back in with the Wolf Flash. However, that down tilt at ledge is going to take the first stock of the game for Synnister.
Yeah, Jakal cheating death 3 times there, will not do it a 4th time. And again, if this set is anything like it was in winners finals, you know, both these players are going to be able to get their money's worth up close, you know, where it gets ugly. But you know, whoever gets the last, I think close quarters exchange. Here we go. Jakal going way deep for that edge. Going to come out on top there. So able to even things up here, but still a bit of percentage to make up, and already doing so in spades, bro.
For sure, able to continue that damage here, coming back in with the Shoryu, and that is going to be yet another stock on the board for Synnister as he is just continuing on this kill streak. Coming in for Jakal next. Jakal is at the top of his list though as he's coming in with the nairs up on the platform. Now jumping back in, not going to go for the Shoryu just yet. However, he is just going to continue piling on this damage on Jakal while he is on his last stock. All the way up to the Tatsu here, coming back in and gonna get hit with the top end of that Shoryu as Jakal recovers, but that is going to be the end of that game. What a quick game number 1 going to Synnister here, finding himself in losers and having a chance of turning this around for himself.
Yeah, I feel the need to say this every time I commentate at Grand Finals, but in case this is your first time watching a Smash tournament, you have to win 2 sets if you're coming from the loser side, where Jakal only has to win 1. So the best way to start off that long, arduous journey is by winning the first game, and Synnister is able to do that. And again, seeing a lot of what is happening in this set, you know, very akin to what we saw in the first game, is that the punish game is going to be huge here. Both these characters kind of like to get their combo started in the same way, in the same vicinity. They both have really busted projectiles they can hide behind, and they're both really good at exploiting some lesser recoveries. So, you know, we'll see if Jakal can adjust in the margins here, and if Synnister can continue the hot.
I do want to point out here that Jakal has been really good at calling out a lot of Synnister's habits. We didn't see that from the game versus Delta Force. However, a lot of the ways that Synnister is standing in place or opting for the air dodge in, however, has started coming out strong. However, that is not even going to matter. Synnister going to get that first stock of the game. Jakal now finding himself with a lot of damage to make up. Going to get something off of the focus, unfortunately, but going to get hit with the top part of that Shoryu. Not going to lose the stock, of course. Coming back off stage now, and Synnister has Jakal in disadvantage.
Yeah, again, taking advantage of the explosive offense that Ryu has to play with. And now comes the awkward part here for Jakal that we've seen, where you are out of confirm range. Oh man, yeah, he's... I'm just going to see myself out of this quick, but... Yeah, but again, Jakal gonna have to do this the hard way here. You know, Shoto at full rage, it's scary stuff, especially with Wolf Warrior he's basically out of confirm range. He's gonna have to hit him with a raw kill move at this point. So gonna have to play this one real dangerously here if he wants to, you know, get on the board.
For sure, and actually going to nail that out with the back air at the ledge. Now, Jakal still has 2 more stocks to take if he wants to bring this game back into his favor. Unfortunately, going to get a whole lot of damage on the board here from Synnister. Continues to go through with that Tatsu of Terror. Coming back in to send Jakal off stage, utilizing his up B to go downwards in order to recover, but going to continue to face the wrath of Synnister as he takes a Shoryu, and Jakal loses that game at the top from Synnister. game 2 on the board for Synnister now from losers.
Yeah, you couldn't have asked for a better start if you're Synnister. 2 games here in grand finals where you need to win the set. So Jakal's going to want to win this in 1 set. He's going to have to do it the hard way. And again, we're just seeing how it's an overused buzzword, but again, sometimes you have to call a spade a spade. This matchup is incredibly volatile. You know, it's really ugly up close. You know, both these characters are just so good at punishing the other, and you know, Wolf being a spacey and a fast faller, it's going to make these up tilt combos even more dangerous. As you see Synnister going for the knockout blow early there with a drop zone air. Jakal able to recover nicely.
For sure, Jakal able to get some damage off of these, going to clash there. However, sending Synnister off stage now as Synnister utilizes the Tatsu to recover and going high actually in order to try to avoid Jakal's side B, or up B rather, and then utilizing the focus in order to minimize the damage coming off of that. Jakal going to be sent to the center of the stage as he's chased by Synnister. The Shoryu not going to get it just yet, as that was the sour spot. Now Jakal coming back in, utilizing his Wolf Flash to recover. Sending Synnister to... No, not going to send him off stage. No, yes, they were. Sorry, my stream's delayed. Going for the up smash there, and now these two are just sort of playing around each other. Synnister off stage, and such a scary spot to be, though, as that is going to be his recovery, but unfortunately going to lose it to the back air from Jakal.
Yeah, Jakal had to go like way deep for that one. I'm still shocked he was able to come back from the neutral air, but holding on to all those resources, you know, with all you got there. So now Jakal with a little bit of you know, room here to play with, but in real danger of losing his stock soon before any real sort of extra credits built up. Of course, as soon as I say that, he opens up an insane combo extension. So the commentator's curse working in reverse in this instance.
For sure, and able to avoid that Shoryu there from Synnister, however, not able to avoid getting his stock taken at that percentage. Synnister now bringing the game back, and Jakal trying to go for as much as he can with that tomahawk here, sending him upwards, not going to get the back air. However, Synnister going to charge his focus as Jakal is still able to get the up B. Synnister coming in with the Tatsu, not able to get something off of it. Jakal going for a grab yet again and shielding the Hadoken in order to send Synnister off stage.
Tilt's going to connect right there, and Jakal going to continue the edge guard here. He didn't go in a lot for those Wolf Flashes near the ledge. It makes a lot of sense that Ken's recovery is incredibly linear when he has to drop below the ledge. So eventually I feel like one of those is going to... but Jakal's now generated a nice little bit of a lead here. And as we've seen all night here, Pearl, you know, Jakal, as these sets go longer into the games, seems to be able to adjust a lot quicker. So let's see if he's going to be able to get himself on the board here.
For sure, coming in, trying to get the Nair as he is trying to play around the spacing of Synnister, but going to get hit with the Tatsu instead. That big Wolf back air coming out and going deep in order to get that. Jakal going to take the first game for himself of this Game 5 scenario. He has a pretty big uphill battle to fight if he wants to take this set. However, this is an even bigger uphill battle for Synnister because he has to play a whole nother set after this if he beats Jakal.
Yeah, it's definitely not fun on either side here. Jakal put himself in a hole that you don't want to be put in, and Synnister now knocking on the door of being able to give himself a puncher's chance here, and like already off the gate. Go ahead.
Like one of them is Sisyphus and the other is Atlas. Like they're both. In order to continue with the ancient Greek theme.
Well, let's see if we're gonna be taking a Trojan horse into another set, or if something else is going on here. I had it. I lost it. That's my fault. I'll do better next time, guys. I promise. But Jakal off to a nice percentage lead here, though.
For sure, able to send Synnister off stage and just sort of going for these empty hops into the up smash. Going to take a very quick first stock here from Synnister, as Synnister trying to find a way to catch up to Jakal, who is just sort of jumping between these two upper platforms. Jakal able to get some good damage off of that grab, not going to follow up with a dash attack. However, going to be able to jump away from Synnister as he tries to get something started, able to avoid the down tilts coming out from Synnister, his tried and true combo starters.
Okay, gonna miss the Shoryuken there. Gonna get a grab punish here. And let's see if Jakal's able to extend that. Nice extension on the platform there. Goes for the turnaround back air. And all that off of just one missed Shoryuken. So Jakal smelling blood in the water. Able to execute nicely there. And now has generated a very comfortable... And Synnister now getting on the board, but man, Pearl, you're starting to see a stark difference in these last 2 games here.
It's really fast the way that Jakal is able to turn these sets around, able to utilize a lot of these punishes here, because you see Synnister is still going for that focus when he knows that Jakal is going to get the up B, and Jakal able to time that out so well that he's still able to get the damage even through the focus, trying to get the F smash there. However, Synnister just going to continue to pile on damage against Jakal, and then able to take the top, not with that stock, but the Shoryu going to come out and put some big damage on the board for Synnister, trying to get in, but that F smash coming in yet again and sealing out game number 4 for Jakal. We are taking this to game 5, Koopa.
Yeah, and what was looking like a rough start there for Jude. Again, I know they're going with a Pokemon question for the Lumi rank. Kind of akin to like a Regigiga. It's a bit of a slow starter, but Jakal's now come alive in these last 2 games here to now bring us to the potentially last game of the set here. I'm amped up, Pearl. This has been gnarly stuff here. We're getting into it. Game 5. Winner potentially takes all.
Game 5 of Winners Finals. There is nowhere I would rather be here today. Going back into the set, or not winner, yeah. Going back, ooh, big Tatsu coming out from Synnister though. Jakal finding himself on the ledge here, coming back with the Wolf Flash. However, these 2 are now at the center of stage. Jakal finally able to put some damage on the board for himself, utilizing his up airs, now coming in, and Synnister just continuing to pile on the damage. Wonderful reversal of the Shoryu, but that down smash is going to be missed as Synnister is able to come back with the Shoryu and able to put some damage on Jakal as he's coming in. Jakal sending him off stage, and the Shoryu going to disrupt a lot of Jakal's movement. In with the Nair, sending him off stage yet again as Jakal opts to wait and try to find something. Not going to get the F tilt, but that back air going to seal out the first stock of the game for Jakal.
Back air was real nice there, so now let's see if Jakal can extend his lead here a bit. Again, this is where Synnister can really make up some ground. 129 is not necessarily percentage to get a KO off of if you can. Now as Jakal stuck at the ledge, but Jakal just going to retreat high to the platform there. And once again, just going to continue to nickel and dime some damage here. Whoa.
Calling out the big jump coming back in from Synnister. However, trying to get the down air, not able to get the stock just yet, but able to get that down smash and going to bring us to a 2-stock lead rather, with full rage on the board. Full rage gone as soon as it came though, thanks to Synnister's quick thinking. And now Jakal still has a stock lead, however, as he's going to try to avoid a lot of these movements here from Synnister. Synnister coming in with a lot of his jabs, making light work of Jakal's percentage, going to avoid that Tatsu as Jakal comes in with the fairs, air dodging in order to avoid Jakal. However, still going to get nared and grabbed and sent off stage yet again. Synnister has so much ground to cover here.
Yeah, just the option coverage that Wolf has to play with, even if when that nair did not connect, he was in so little lag, he was able to get a grab fall. Jakal continuing to put in the solid work here. Synnister trying to find the answer, but again, the steady diet of strong aerials. Oh no, not like this.
I saw him go way off stage in order to avoid the Wolf Flash and was like, oh no, oh no. But thankfully he saw it coming and is able to continue to put in the work, going to take that quick stock there with the Shoryu. However, Jakal can take this so quickly with just the back air, and that is a game 5 going to Jakal, who is your Fusion champion tonight.
Yep, chose to do it the hard way. It's not the way you write it up, but gonna come out on top there. Again, Jakal, great adjustments after those first 2 games. Again, just speaks to the caliber of player he is. You know, a lot of bend not break. Going back to our Hercules reference I met before, the string refusing to be cut, turning into a god, and all that in a room with no air conditioning. So kudos to you, man. As Jakal winning Fusion this week. Let's take a look at the highlights here, Pearl, from a very exciting game. Starting with game 3 here, where Jakal's... Again, excellent stuff right there from Jakal. Again, both these characters, incredibly dangerous up close. You know, the punish game here, the little bit of English on that up smash, you know, obviously made a difference as well. We saw that get utilized a little bit more as the set progressed here. And again, Wolf's combo extension game is insane. Like, all that off of one Miss Shoryu, insane.
I really want to draw attention to what Jakal was able to do, utilizing some of his, I want to say his, like, there was a point at the game where he was able to F-smash and not get it just yet. However, it was enough in order to send Synnister to roll backwards. And then at the point that Synnister rolled backwards, Jakal just right there was able to get the F-smash and then seal out that game number 4 for himself. So wonderful conditioning there, and then just a way to pick up on a habit from Synnister. Just great stuff that he's able to sort of like smell blood and just take it as far as he can go. Anyways, going to what Synnister has been able to do, those were a pretty like quick dominating games, as he was able to make a whole lot of any errors that Jakal seemed to make, utilizing the Shoryu pretty quickly and then going for back airs off stage as well. Synnister being able to take so many quick stocks, and I really think that that was what sealed out his earlier victories in game number 1 and 2. However, that adaptation from Jakal, as well as the ability to really take stock, for lack of a better word, off of any of Synnister's errors, just able to take so much from that. So hats off to these players. This was a wonderful game 5 set. Going to game 5, you know, I couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself for sure. And me and Larvita, I really enjoyed one too. I got my friend here with me, but
I actually I have a bingo on my setup. It's not a. Oh, I do have Pokemon actually. I have, here I have.
You can tell me bingo is a Pokemon, I believe you. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
And then I actually have my Sableye up here too.
Oh, that's friend shaped. We love to see it. Yeah, I got Larvitar, and I got a Ice Cube rug hanging up behind me. But yeah, that was a hell of a game there. And again, as we close things out here, let's run it through once again, folks. Late registration for Collision ends in a week. So you guys got some time to still sign up. If you haven't done so, I highly recommend doing it. The Meadowlands Expo Center is sick. You're right outside of New York City. You know, definitely make sure if you got some time, come check it out. Collision's always a fun time. RJ and company always put on a great show. Start.gg/collision. Check it out while you still can. We got Smash. We got Rivals of Aether. We got all the fun stuff. So.
For sure. And if you have been staying with us for so long, thank you so much for watching. By watching, you are supporting the Collision stream, you are supporting Fusion and all of their endeavors. So thank you so much for watching, for spending time with Koopa and I tonight. It was our absolute pleasure to bring you this top 8 of Fusion. So with that, I think that we will be taking our lead, but it has been a wonderful night spent together. Koopa, this has been great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is awesome. You were a joy, Pearl. And if you guys want to check more of us out, their social media channels are down below. I'm a Koopa NJ across everything. I'll be at Supernova, so come say hi. I have like 5 Pokemon TCG decks built, so if you guys want to play trading cards, come find me.
Same. I'll be at Supernova as well, but I will probably be playing Pinochle or random doubles brackets. If you've ever heard of Pinochle, please hit me up, because no one my age knows how
like
to play
the card game? Like
yes.
The card game Pinochle?
Yes.
What are you, 60?
That's so funny, because I actually play with a group of 60-year-olds whenever I play, and those guys are pretty cheap, by the way. I don't, unless you are really good at counting, I don't recommend playing. But anyways, it has been a fun bracket tonight. We had a great block bringing you this top 8 of Fusion. We will see you next time on the Collision stream. Everybody, good night.
Good night, guys.